So on to the next. This was my next fear regarding, the system of the exhaust. Basically, because I added this pulley, that's in the way hitting there. So, I mean, I can still use this, section that I have. But what I'm most likely do is possibly chop it there and then just put a slight little pie cut just to kick it out a little, kick it out further out, and then what do you call it? Oh yeah, because if I do that pie cut, it'll kick it out further, and then I can get that what do you call it, turbine housing away from hitting that pulley. So it kind of sucks because I gotta unwrap all that shit again, but no worries. So I'll go ahead and you know do that. I ended up buying a MIG welder just because it's easier to do this with a MIG. So, but I'll have that. I'll need to, well, once I correct that, I'll get that back to the clearance, and then I'll need to address this issue here, which I could probably just go down and swoop. Maybe the existing pipe will work. I'm not too sure yet. And then, of course, my down pipe will sneak through there. So, yeah, small thing. Just kind of got to go back and re-engineer a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and, what do you call it? See about, doing that. And then I got to put in my new intercooler and redo my lower thing because I hit it when I was loading it on the trailer. But besides that, yeah, just trying to make some progress. Alright, so just to document on this, went ahead and got the white bunny set up, installed. So basically that should be a D21 flywheel. Actually it's 6 bolts. If you use like RB25 and whatnot, it's like 9 bolts. But anyways, long story short, that was torqued down to 95 foot-pounds of flywheel bolts, and then installed the clutch, and then everything, and then even along with this, because this was rotating assembly was balanced, and so they marked it where to put it. So that's good. So we're all good with that. I'm about to go ahead and marry the two. He's going ahead and getting out the motor mounts so we can hurry up and drop in this, because then we're going to prime the system, that system there. That's to prime the oil system, so once the car starts running, it doesn't have to wait to fill up. So we're going to go ahead and basically get everything squared away so we can get her in, and then I can kind of clear up this garage a bit. And then I guess on mine, so I made like a new lower bracket down there for that, and then I put a new radiator, not a radiator, intercooler, because the other one kind of got hit. So I ended up changing up my mount setup. Have like a black flat bar, so now I need to figure out my wiggle room inside there for the turbo. So because I'm gonna have to most likely shorten my wastegate, or yeah, probably just shorten it. But it might be fun trying to weld it. Good thing I got the MIG, but we'll see because how close it runs to the pipe. But anyhow, that's where I'm at right now. But fuck that shit. This is about this. So hopefully I get that married and then we'll get her inside. So on to the next. I had to redo my downpipe. So it was like majority of it I did keep, because I twisted that kind of like away. I had to work back on my angle, which is good because then I got it to hug more here, so then my intake can pass by. But I have it in there. It's just passing right there. So that's good. So basically my crossover pipe, no modification needed. Needed to modify the up pipe and then modify the down pipe. So you see, everything's now done with the exhaust. So the exhaust is done. The only thing now for me to do is I need to, well, I'm gonna make a block off for that, but I'm gonna use this cam sensor, the crank sensor over there. I need to rewire those to the TPS output, because those are 5-volt sensors, 5-volt. The DEs, well, actually the I think it was like up to 2008 or something DEs, or I don't know, I can't remember. Those were 12-volt sensors. So these that I have to use on the VHR are what do you call it, 5-volt, so I can tie them in with the same TPS voltage to turn on. So that's good. And then the other thing is those motors in the back. You know, I spoke with Matt at DIY regarding them. He says that they're DC servo motors, basically that we can't control it. So then, what's it called? I then kind of read something on ECU Link. It said it was a stepper motor, but then I sent that back to Matt, and he's just like, no, not necessarily. I take Matt's word for it. But anyhow, what I'm gonna still do is wire up those two servo motors to the VVL, what do you call it, signal that I had for the DE, which basically is these guys, these oil. Well, I don't know if it's those, but basically it's like the oil controller. Actually, never mind. I'm such a liar, because this motor doesn't even use oil no more. It's all magnetic. So anyways, long story short, I'm gonna hook it up and see if what it is. So that's the only thing that I really need to change, and then I'm good to go. Hopefully I can get her, what do you call it, you know, well, now after I do this, I gotta figure out this intake thing. It's no big deal, but now that I have this here, I mean, it would be nice if I were just like sweep here and there, but then I have the intercooler, the radiator that goes right here. So I'm kind of, you know, limited on space. You know, or what I could do is still have this one sweep here, and then have this one, look, driver's side kind of sweep here, and then that passenger side come over here and sweep, and then do it to a Y to the what's that thing called, to the Q45 throttle. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So, but at least, yeah, she's getting there. I'm trying to get there, guys. So, all right, like.